Mr. Pepper had a pouty face a second ago. He was doing his best impression of me, is the truth. It sucked.
True.
I don't look like that when I pout.
You kind of do this one.
I don't think I look like that either.
You don't do that either. When you pout, it's more of kind of just like you kind of like get a little introspective, and then you kind of like turn down, and then you just kind of stop. Like nothing's happened. Like you won't respond.
You sound like you have analyzed this, like it happens more than once a day or something.
I didn't say that.
All right. Well, anyway, we're talking about pouting today because we just recently had a little adventure and we found ourselves trying to be smart about it. And Gerard tried to wiggle his way out of having a pouting wife, and it actually happened to work. So what do you know? We thought we would share on tonight's Pepper Scope.
Yeah. But before we get started, in case this is your first time joining us, I'm Gerard. This is Jessie. We host a podcast called Marriage is Funny.
Because it is.
And we talk about on that podcast how marriage is funny, but more importantly, how to love each other in a great way without killing each other.
That is weird. Oh my gosh. Okay, you just like turned it a little bit dark. We talk about life, love, and how to keep from losing your mind, basically. So check us out over on iTunes. You can search Meet the Peppers or Marriage is Funny. Both will come up there. But tonight's scope, let's get right to it. We were just in Guatemala. We got back yesterday. Thanks for holding that for me.
No problem.
His arms are way longer. We got back from Guatemala yesterday? 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
And we were there with an amazing organization called unbound.org. Well, that's their website. They're called Unbound. But we were with them on an awareness trip, and they invited us there to learn more about the work that they're doing in the communities in Guatemala. We sponsor a child down there, and we got to meet him for the first time, and it was really incredible. That's actually not what we're talking about today, but if you want to learn more about it, we talked about our trip
on episode 18 of Marriage is Funny.
On episode 18, so you can listen and hear more about it by checking that out. And then we'll also be talking about it in a future episode. You can see some of the pictures, though, on my Instagram. It's just Style and Pepper, and we shared a bunch there already. I'm more excited to share more. That's not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about pouting.
Right, so pouting happens in a relationship sometimes. And it happened in Guatemala because we were in Antigua. It was our last day in Antigua. And we were kind of getting to do that last bit of like tourist shopping, basically.
Squeezing it in.
So we were kind of frantically running around the city, going in all the little shops, seeing what was going on. And while we were running around...
Which, by the way, this is literally one of my favorite parts about traveling, is getting to add to the adventure and experience the culture and just kind of like being right there in the midst of a city, and then finding something wonderful to bring back to then incorporate it into our home in some way.
Right.
And so we had these few hours, really, I think it was only like an hour and 15 minutes.
It was super short. So we're running around and oh, look, our dog's in the picture now. We're running around and we start coming across what is called in Spanish a cubra cama.
Raise your hand if you know what that is.
We can't see you raise your hands, but I'm sure one of you did because you're so smart. It is a bed cover.
That's the literal translation. Basically means like a bedspread.
And
oh, she's eating a spider web. The dog's eating a spider web.
Okay.
Don't do that, Sadie.
So we start coming across these bed covers, and they're really beautiful, and we're really thinking, wow, this could be like a really fun thing to put on our bed to remember Guatemala. Plus, it's just incredible. So we started asking about these, and we kind of we saw
a few that we liked, but we couldn't find the right color scheme, blah, blah, blah. And then we realized we were out of time, and we had to make it back to this one meeting place. We were going to hook up with the rest of our group. We had maybe 10 minutes left, and we realized it really wasn't enough time to get into any more shops to find what we wanted, and we really wanted to be back on time.
So we get back to the meeting spot just a little bit early, in fact.
And once we got back, I realized how devastated I was that we didn't find something to bring back with us. I mean, we had picked up a few souvenirs here and there, but it wasn't anything like majorly memorable. And we got a lot of presents for people, but I really wanted to find something special for our house. But I didn't realize how important it was to me until we got back. And I remember feeling especially annoyed because we tried to be back on time, and that was really important to us, but there were a few people that hadn't gotten back to the meeting place on time. So it felt like we were early for no good reason.
Right. So cut to the chase.
I was upset.
Jessie was upset. And she looks at me and she says, I'm bummed. And at first I'm kind of like, I'm not really sure what she's bummed about. And so
I'm thinking, you should know what I'm bummed about.
so I asked, what are you bummed about? And you said?
I said I really wanted to find a bedspread, a coverlet, and I feel like we rushed for nothing, and now we don't have one, and we're leaving.
Right.
And we're going to be gone, and then we don't get to have one, and I'm just upset.
So you articulated what was going on, and so then
You forced me.
Yeah, I really did force you because you weren't going to say.
No, because when I pout, I get really shut down. I was just like thinking, it's ruined, it's over, there's no really resolving, there's no redeeming the situation was what I felt like. And it wasn't your fault, I wasn't mad at you, it was definitely wasn't your fault. It was no one's fault, that's the thing. I was just like annoyed and upset, and I didn't really want to talk about it because I felt like this is just over, it's just over.
Yeah, you pretty much resigned.
I was pouting to the max, that's like the perfect definition.
So what did I do?
You made me explain why I was upset, and that made me even more annoyed.
But then what did I do?
You walked over to the leader of our group, who we were supposed to be meeting with, and you said, hey, you know what, we made it back early because we didn't want to bother anybody by being late, but we wish we would have grabbed something we saw at one of the stores. Is there any chance we have 5 minutes so that we can go run and grab it, and we promise we'll be right back?
And he said, of course.
Yeah, he was so nice about it. He was like, absolutely, go grab it. He's like, you're only in Guatemala once, which, I mean, we plan on going back, so it wasn't entirely true, but we thought he was being generous with the time. We took him up on it. Gerard grabbed my hand. We ran off, and this was really cute. Our leader, the one that was like, yeah, go get it. He started like humming the theme song to Mission Impossible across this park. Dun 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 dun. The dog's getting upset. That was my best Mission Impossible. Sadie, jump up and
pretty
say hi.
intense.
Jump up.
So we went and got it. Mission accomplished because we found
Sadie Cam.
oh, so cute.
Yeah, I love you too. I love you too. Anyway.
So we found the bed cover.
We found the bed cover that we wanted.
We didn't just find one. We found two.
We bought 2 bed covers. Oh my gosh. But they were really reasonably priced, and they're beautiful.
Completely successful. We ran back. We were fine.
We ran the whole way, and it was fine. But the moral of the story is, A, I shouldn't be so quick to pout. No, that's not the moral of the story. Because guess what? It happens, and it's okay to have those feelings when you're disappointed about something. But I really think that one of the reasons that situation was salvaged was because you helped me articulate what I was feeling in that moment.
Has anyone ever had that happen where your partner is in a funk and you can tell, but they're not really saying much about it? I think that's the first step, is to say, what's going on? You are a very intelligent person, Jessie, and I know that you can articulate your feelings. Tell me what's going on.
Right now?
No, but then.
Oh, yeah, you said that. Right.
So,
thank you for saying I'm intelligent, by the way.
You are.
I thought you were like getting ready to make a joke, but now I can tell that you're serious. That's really sweet of you.
See, she thought I was
Is your arm
setting her
getting
up.
tired? Here, I can hold it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, first, articulate the feelings. And I think you've done that to me. Yes, it's usually my husband. It's true. A lot of time guys have a harder time expressing their feelings because we're not used to doing that.
So, Tamara, I'm actually curious to know if your husband ever pouts, though. Because I think...
Because I pout.
You do?
I think I pout sometimes.
Yeah, you do, I guess. Sometimes. It's more rare, though.
Okay.
And that's... I hate gender generalizations, but I do think that typically in our relationship, I'm the one that pouts visibly. If you are pouting, it's more that you're just internalizing something.
So he just gets really quiet. It's probably the same, right?
Pretty similar.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I just kind of shut up and try to get over it.
Yeah. But so anyway, so the first part is helping your partner to articulate what's going on and what they're actually feeling.
Draw out the problem, because what we want to do as partners to our spouses that are going through pouting
what you
moments,
wanted to do in this moment.
Exactly. Wait, what?
You remember we talk about how we don't tell people what to do to their partners? We tell them what we do in our relationships.
So what I did in this moment was I resolved to make the best of the situation that was at hand. And that was to see if we could find a way to get more time to go find this bed cover. So I think what we do in helping each other pull out of a pallet situation is just to say, look, I didn't just pull out your feelings just to hear it.
Right. Because that's what I was annoyed about in the moment. I was like, I don't want to talk about why I'm upset because it's just going to make me more upset.
Yeah. But it was because I wanted to help see if we could find a solution or make the best of it. And so even in that, just saying, hey, do we have 5 more minutes to go see if we can find what we're looking for?
And it worked really well.
It turned out beautifully.
So it's help your partner articulate what they're feeling and then resolving to come up with a solution together.
Yes.
Is I think the secondary part.
I like that.
So next time I see you pouting, that's what I'm going to try to do.
That sounds good. And tomorrow when you pout, that's what I'm going to do.
I kind of feel like pouting now.
Wait, what happened? You okay? Do we need to do the same thing that we just did again? All right. So that's what we're going to do.
All right. We got to go. We got to go talk about our feelings. Thanks for tuning in, you guys.
If you like this, swipe left or up and down, share it with your followers, or
probably don't do that.
Give us a couple clicks and some hearts. And
follow along so you can see us next time. And we love hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
See you later.
We'll see you later.